on TV, online and on your smartphone. This is Ticker News.
Right now, this is Ticker News Insight.
Hello, I'm Britney Coles and welcome back to Ticker News Insight. Now, with an uncertain economic outlook as interest rates and inflation continues to rise, businesses across the country are assessing just how and where their money is. And with marketing budgets sitting at the very top of the list, of course, people are wondering where they should spend. Digital marketing expert and founder of the Hype Society, Ryan Jenkins, is here today to unpack why digital marketing is continuing to skyrocket and how to ensure businesses are getting their bang for their buck in these very uncertain times. Ryan, great to have your company today.
Likewise, thanks for having me.
So Ryan, what is the market really looking like out there for all businesses? It seems like every day I'm reporting here about another well-known brand that's just closed its doors. Is this really what's happening?
Yeah, it's a bit tough out there at the moment, isn't it? You know, everything we see and read at the moment is about cost of living increases, energy prices going up, interest rates, and people struggling to pay rent. So it puts a lot of downstream pressure on businesses to ensure that they're spending their money and have the right strategy to target and communicate their customers, you know, in the most effective and profitable way.
Yeah, certainly. So Ryan, what would you say the impact is of, a lack of confidence in the current economy really having on people that have a company and a certain marketing spend?
Well, when you're assessing your marketing strategy and your target audience, I think at these times it puts more pressure on you to really understand your core market and have a really strong understanding of what your customers are really looking for, and then also reverse engineering that into what your competitive edge is and what your unique selling and marketing proposition would be. Because if you don't clearly understand that, and it is harder to attract customers in a compressed market, then you really are behind the eight ball. In an economy that is, compressing somewhat.
So talking about the economy, obviously we are in a bit of a tough time, the price of eggs are really sending people to go haywire. But when it comes to business, really how important is it for people to continue to promote, to advertise and put their product and brand out there?
Well, when you actually look at the data, last year marketing spend went up by 7%. So, and then also in the first two quarters, or in the last two quarters of this financial year, we're seeing a 5% increase in marketing spend. So although the market as a whole might be declining, spend and budgets are actually increasing year on year. So that's a really positive thing for businesses to understand, that if you retract at a time when the market is harder to reach your customers, then it's going to compound the decrease in market share and acquisition of your customers if you really do put the handbrake on your marketing spend too quickly. My recommendation would be to really understand where your marketing efforts are going and what the strategy is, and not to put the handbrake on too fast and too aggressively with your marketing.
So in saying that then, how can businesses really make sure that they're getting their spend right and really reaching the right customer and not over-investigating or, investing and seeing what more they can do just to ensure that they use every cent?
In the digital age that we're living in, we have massive access to information and data. There's the great thing about digital marketing versus traditional marketing is that everything's now measurable. So with things like Google Analytics and lots of other platform analytics through Meta and TikTok and LinkedIn advertising, you can really start to understand what your cost to reach your customers are, what your cost to acquire is, and what your return on investment is. You can measure your cost per lead, your cost per booking, your cost per impression. Like, there's lots of data and analytics available. So I would be really investing my time as a business owner, understanding what's driving the strongest returns, my marketing spend, and then really start to double and triple down on the things that are working, and then obviously cut away the dead wood or the things that are less effective with targeting your customers and also getting the return on investment metrics that you are measuring.
Yeah, some good tips there. And Ryan, we do have to wrap things up, but just before we go, what advice do you have for how businesses should be assessing their advertising spend and the questions they should be asking today?
Well, now's the perfect time. We're coming up to end of financial year, so you will have, annual data to review. You will have your business growth data to review, and you will have access to whether you have grown or whether you have found it a little bit challenging, to understand what has worked, what hasn't worked, and then start to solidify a plan for the next financial year and what you should be spending and in what areas are going to be most effective for you to invest in.
Ryan Jenkins, thank you so much for your time today. The Hype Society for all your digital marketing needs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's the program for now. Head over to tickernews.co for more. I'll see you soon. Stay kind.